LiberalViewer presents.
So this breaking news about the beheading of another American by ISIS, this aid worker Peter Kassig, who's a former ranger in Iraq. And I'm going to start off my coverage of that by showing you ABC's Brian Ross giving the background report on what happened to this American aid worker in this clip.
Good morning, Martha. U.S. intelligence officials are working at this hour to formally authenticate that video. But the gruesome images posted by ISIS leave little doubt about what happened. A former U.S. soldier in Iraq, Kassig went back to the Mideast, to Syria, as an aid worker, featured 2 years ago by CNN.
We each get one life, and that's it. You get one shot at this.
During captivity, Kassig converted to Islam and changed his name from Peter to Abdul-Rahman. From their home in Indiana, his parents, Paula and Ed Kassig, launched a campaign pleading for their son to be set free.
We implore those who are holding you to show mercy and use their power to let you go.
Islamic groups around the world joined in, and even Al-Qaeda called for the release of Kassig. But with this morning's video, it was clear there would be no mercy. The 16-minute propaganda production first showed the mass beheadings of 16 Syrian soldiers, the ISIS fighters actually appearing unmasked. And then, in the last 2 minutes, the same masked man with a British accent seen in previous execution videos appears with Kassig's severed head at his feet. He claims he is in the Syrian city of Dabiq and addressed President Obama saying, "We are burying the first American crusader in Dabiq, eagerly waiting for the remainder of your armies to arrive." Kassig was captured in October of last year. In a letter smuggled out by a fellow prisoner, Kassig wrote this to his parents: "If I do die, I figure that at least you and I can seek refuge and comfort in knowing that I went out as a result of trying to alleviate suffering and helping those in need."
So that's pretty nasty. And I also want to show one more report. This is from Fox News Sunday. This is on the beheading of Peter Kassig. And I thought it was a little strange. They also, the guy who beheaded him, they refer to him as Jihad Johnny. And I also thought that they had this weird clip in there of former Defense Secretary Robert Gates saying that there's politics in the White House, shock of all shocks, and they use it to like criticize the Obama administration in a way that seemed like pasted into the middle of this report from their this is Catherine Herridge, Fox News reporter on Fox News Sunday this morning here.
Chris, the 16-minute video is being reviewed by the U.S. intelligence community to determine its authenticity. But to date, ISIS does not have a track record of making false claims about the execution of hostages. If confirmed, Kassig would be the fifth Western hostage beheaded by the Islamic State in less than 3 months and the third American. Kassig was kidnapped in October 2013. A former Army Ranger, Kassig had traveled to the Middle East to work as a medical assistant on the border. After a video released last month appeared to show Kassig and threatened to kill him next, his family made public pleas for his release and stated their son was a convert to Islam. The new video is a dramatic departure from previous propaganda tapes and includes what appears to be the mass beheading of more than a dozen members of the Syrian military. There are at least 2 sections that include what purports to be the British executioner, clad in black and known by the moniker Jihad Johnny, who threatens similar attacks against U.S. interests. On the president's strategy in Iraq and Syria last night, his former defense secretary accused the administration of meddling in a way that has not been seen since Vietnam.
I think when a president wants highly centralized control in the White House at the degree of micromanagement that I'm describing, that's not bureaucratic, that's political.
Analysts say the tape may provide new clues about the group's location, especially its leadership, with unconfirmed reports the British executioner was injured in last weekend's airstrikes.
I don't know. You let me know what you think. I thought that was a pretty gratuitous attack on the Obama administration in the middle of that report on the beheading. So let me know what you think. Did that attack on the Obama administration's military management style as political seem like a non-sequitur pasted into the middle of another story? And given that other story, was it appropriate for Fox News to include that attack on the Obama administration's military management style in the middle of a story about an ISIS beheading?
YouTube, you decide.